The screen flickered to life in the dim glow of my midnight office, the old laptop humming like a guilty whisper. I clicked play on the anonymous email attachment, expecting spam or a virus, anything but this. There she was, my wife Elena, her laughter slicing through the speakers like a serrated blade. She lounged on our bed, the one we'd shared for 7 years, surrounded by 4 men whose faces blurred in the grainy footage. "Look at him," she sneered, holding up her phone to the camera, my oblivious selfie from that morning beaming back. "Thinks he's the king of the castle. Pathetic." The men chuckled, their hands roaming her skin as she mocked me, her voice dripping with contempt I'd never heard before. My stomach churned, while rising hot and bitter in my throat. How could this be real? I paused the video, my heart pounding like a war drum, the room spinning in the suffocating silence. It started innocently enough, or so I told myself. Elena and I had met in college, drawn together by shared dreams of a quiet life. Her as a graphic designer, me grinding away in software sales. We'd built a home in the suburbs, complete with a picket fence that now felt like prison bars. Lately though, she'd been distant. Late nights at client meetings, her phone buzzing incessantly with messages she dismissed as work. I'd rationalized it. Stress from her promotion, maybe perimenopause making her irritable. But doubt gnawed at me like termites in the walls. "You're being paranoid, Alex," I'd mutter to my reflection in the bathroom mirror, splashing cold water on my face to wash away the unease. Yet, there were signs. Lipstick stains on collars that weren't her shade, a faint cologne lingering in our car that wasn't mine. I loved her too much to accuse, fearing I'd shatter the fragile peace we'd clung to. That evening, before the email arrived, we'd shared a tense dinner. The kitchen smelled of overcooked pasta and unspoken words, the fluorescent light casting harsh shadows on her face. "How was your day?" I asked, forcing a smile as I twirled spaghetti on my fork. She glanced up from her phone, her green eyes, once so warm, now guarded. "Fine. Busy. You?" Her reply was clipped, mechanical. I pressed gently. "You've seemed off lately. Everything okay?" She sighed, setting down her utensil with a clink that echoed like a verdict. "God, Alex, not this again. Can't I have space without you interrogating me?" Her tone stung, laced with irritation that masked something deeper. I backed off, guilt flooding me. Maybe I was smothering her. In bed that night, as she turned away, her back a cold barrier, I lay awake, replaying our vows in my mind. For better or worse, I'd promised. But what if worse was this creeping void? The email came at 2 a.m., from a burner address. Truth hurts, doesn't it? Attached was the video, time-stamped 3 weeks ago. I watched it unfold in horror, each frame a hammer blow to my chest. Elena, naked and unashamed, directing the men like a conductor in a symphony of betrayal. "He's probably snoring right now," she laughed, her voice breathy as one man kissed her neck. Clueless as ever. The camera panned, capturing their entangled bodies on our rumpled sheets, the same ones I'd washed that morning. Confusion warred with rage inside me. How long had this been going on? Was it just this once, a drunken mistake? No, her ease suggested habit, a secret life thriving in the shadows of ours. I felt denial creep in, whispering excuses. Deepfake, revenge porn from a hacker. But the mole on her thigh, the scar from our ski trip, it was her. Undeniably her. I confronted her the next morning. The kitchen now a battlefield strewn with coffee mugs and half-eaten toast. Sunlight streamed through the window, mocking the darkness in my soul. "Elena, what is this?" I thrust the laptop at her, the paused video glaring accusatorily. She froze, her coffee cup midway to her lips, color draining from her face. "Alex, how did you?" Her voice cracked, but she recovered quickly, eyes narrowing. "It's not what it looks like." The lie hung heavy in the air, thick as smoke. "Not what it looks like. You're mocking me while screwing 4 guys in our bed." My shout reverberated off the walls, my hands trembling. She set the cup down, her posture shifting to defiance. "You don't understand. You've been so distant, buried in work. I felt invisible." Her words twisted the knife, blaming me? Anger surged, hot and primal, but beneath it lurked guilt. Had I neglected her? Pushed her away with my endless overtime? We argued for hours. voices rising and falling like a stormy sea. "I love you, Alex, but I needed more," she confessed, tears streaming down her cheeks. It was just physical. Thrilling. The admission gutted me. Love mixed with betrayal, her needs unmet in our routine. One of the men, she admitted, was her boss Marcus, a charismatic executive who'd pursued her relentlessly. "He made me feel alive," she whispered, her hand reaching for mine. I recoiled, the touch burning like acid. Inner turmoil raged. Part of me wanted to forgive, to salvage the wreckage. We'd built so much. Memories of lazy Sundays, whispered promises under starlit skies. But trust lay in shards at our feet, impossible to reassemble. "How can I ever believe you again?" I murmured, my voice breaking. She had no answer. Only sobs that echoed my own heartbreak. Days blurred into weeks of agonizing limbo. I moved to the guest room, the house a ghost of our former life. Sensory details haunted me. The faint perfume on her pillow, the creak of floorboards where she'd paced during calls. Suspense built in the quiet moments. Every text chime making me flinch, wondering if it was him. I investigated subtly, hacking her email, a skill from my tech days, uncovering messages laced with mockery. "Poor Alex, still clueless," one read. Anger festered, morphing into a cold resolve. But revenge? It simmered, not yet boiling. I played the long game, feigning reconciliation while plotting. Therapy sessions became my cover, where I vented the moral conflict. Destroy her or rise above. Forgiveness felt weak, vengeance intoxicating. 5 years passed in a haze of calculated patience. We divorced amicably, or so it seemed. Elena married Marcus, their life a facade of luxury. I rebuilt mine, channeling pain into success, rising to CEO of a rival firm. The twist came at an industry gala, champagne flutes clinking under crystal chandeliers. Marcus approached, smug and oblivious. Alex, old sport. No hard feelings. His handshake was firm, but his eyes betrayed unease. I smiled, leaning in. None at all. In fact, I have a gift. Earlier, I'd anonymously leaked evidence of his embezzlement. Funds siphoned to fund their affair, to the board. As security escorted him out in handcuffs. Elena's gaze met mine across the room, horror dawning. She'd mocked me once. Now her lover paid the price. Heartbreak had forged me into something unbreakable, but as I walked away, a hollow ache remained. Was this justice, or just another betrayal? Of my own soul?